After my 30 years of personal development work, investing tons and thousands of dollars, many, many hours of meditation, hypnosis, neuro-linguistic programming, Scientology, going to the Florida famous retreat place, the gateway experience, going to these different places in the world, I still have my patterns. I still have the problems. They've been with me actually since before I was born. And the very interesting thing is, you get the insight. I got this insight that was confirmed in Scientology. The first was in one of my hypnosis regressions in Santa Rosa with one of the leading teachers of hypnosis. And this is back in 2006. It's unbelievable, but just getting all of this information, and I'm telling you, thanks to this this retreat, this Buddhist setting, I allow myself to get not just to the inside, but the inside is important, but to find the root of the problem first, dismantle and really create a system, the new me. I'm just documenting my journey. So one of my friends told me you can go and live in one of these monasteries. I didn't even believe that was true because always I've been paying for these things. And I think, wow, really, you can go? And I look into it because I lived in Thailand before. I talked to a few of these teachers in Thailand and say, yeah, it's going to cost you these 300-400 baht a day or whatever it is. Like it was around $15-20 to live. And I found out that, yeah, there's actually another places that allows you to live there. And I've seen people living there for even years. And thanks to my research, thanks to this setting, I found the root of my problem. And not just find the root, but I found a solution, a way for me to really go and reprogram it, dismantle and get to the level where you just feel totally different. Is a lasting change. I know some people ask me, really, how do you know it's going to last? It just happened a few days ago, a few weeks ago. Because as the Buddha said, the mind is the thinking and the knower knows. The mind thinks and the knower knows. It's just inside of you. And I know there's been a little bit of a relapse too, because, it's 60 plus years of programming. And that's what I have even a few days ago. I have a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see in my eyes, I have a little bit, one of the blood vessels in my eye just broke. And I went to the doctor, say everything is okay. My vision is perfect, everything's, and it's not even a hypertension. My blood pressure is perfect. It's normal. And the doctor was thinking I'm 45. Reality being said, it's the exercises I did, that one, the fascia release. I take it to it's like a jaw release. I take it to the next level. I did a little bit harder, and after that night, just one of the vessels in my eye just broke, and it will take another week or so, but to heal it. But the reality is that you just feel even that thing. This week I went to the doctor, say, okay, maybe I'm going back, but even that was just something that didn't allow me to, hey, okay, to go call the doctor. I just tranquil, relax, went to it. And actually, I see three, because, in Laos, you need to have, I see three specialists, an ophthalmologist, a general doctor, and another, there was like a 40 plus year doctor that actually was friend of the monastery. And I said, no, you're perfect vision. It's just something that broke, per se, stress. It could be stress, but I know it's more one of the exercises they did. I just did it a little bit too hard with my jaw and my tongue and my heart release. So going back to the method, when you find the root of your problems, what is holding you back, the next thing to do is reprogram it. So you do the 6 steps. You stop, that's first, because you need to really stop cold turkey. Like you just feel it. Like in my case was the tightness on my chest. That's I have for years. Little thing, it's a constriction. It just, you feel a little tightness, a little bit is no easiness, but you find it. most of the people who have front or jaw, that's another important part of the body that holds the trauma or holds any unknown subconscious pattern. Because remember, when you, or even your mother, when you tell you, or you ask for candy or anything, say no. You kind of protest or whatever you can. So you hold the anger on those men. Maybe women probably all the disappointment, whatever, but you clench the jaw. It's there. And I believe, because I'm working already with a few people, even yesterday, a monk, I think monk, I helped him. In 1 hour, he felt totally different. And he decided not to be a monk anymore because, it was not his life goal. Anyways, he's doing it just because of his mom was pressuring. So we decided that's the decision. But he's 18, he needs to do it, in a way that really is going to be easy for him. It's not going to, it's going to be an easy way. Knows that this is just a temporary until he gets things done. After that, he'll be just starting his online business. That's what he wants to do. So stop. Step number one. Step number two is become aware of, hey, this is just information. It's raw data. Is the fact that this so-called body movement or tightness, or it's just data. Just data that is telling you maybe there's something that I need to pay attention to, listen to your body. And the body has a language, and that's the one. Usually pain is one of the ways to make you aware. In my case, it was subtle. It's not painful, but subtle. That's the reason that I can still do everything. But the scarcity was something they had with me since my lineage, my this generation, from my great grandparents, and that's stored in the fascia work. That's in the step number 5. But the awareness, before you label, that's very important. Before you react, before you go, is fear, or you take it, or even if you already have gone through it's just depression, you take the pill, or it's just anxiety, or whatever it is, or you just going to blast, or like I've done it, many of us, you just insult, or you react, or even then you realize, hey, there's just my body reacting to some stimulus. So before you go to the programming, you become aware of it. And the step number 3 is the breath. The exhale. You take a deep, relaxing exhale. That is crucial too, because they send the signal to your nervous system. There's no threat, or the threat is gone, or is over. The Zoom meeting or whatever, you want to kill someone. He just realizes you yourself and doing it, giving you the trigger, or someone is telling you something or looking at you some way. But that's you making that conclusion. And that's when you snap and you insult or do whatever, like I used to do. And that's what really messed up a lot of human relationships, because we do that. We snap and we start to yell, scream, and relationships are broken because we don't know what we don't know. Now you become aware. Step 3 is the breath. Step number 4 is important because this is the latest research in neuroscience. You have a new physical gesture, a new marker. They send the signal to your nervous system, to the fascial level, to the nervous system, and from there to your brain, to your amygdala, and to the other parts of your brain. Hey, it's just a new thing. Now we're building. It's going to take days. Like it's what I do every time they have this. I used to have. I don't have it anymore. Actually, that contraction. Say, hey, it's just my brain telling me I'm in a scarcity. Every time I'm going to pay for something. Every time you get a bill, or going to go check it out my account balance to see if the check is clear or whatever. So I say, okay, hey, it's just a body sensation. So you really become aware, take the breath, and gesture. For me, the new gesture was to take my palm in my chest, actually 2 palms. And with the breath out is longer than the inhale, 6 counts usually through your mouth. You inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. You're really creating the new signal. You're creating the new marker. Step number 5 is the crucial step, which is the working with the fascia work. That is the missing link. Fascia is the most intelligent organ. It's not just the wrapping tissue or the connective tissue. It's a lot more, and I believe has a quantum properties. That is everything. And the fascia front line that they call it runs from the stem at the top of your brain, from your jaw stem and your brain to your jaw, all the way to your throat, all the way to your heart, to your to the stomach, to the gut level, to your center, to your core, and all the way to your legs. You realize that is what is holding those patterns, and you work in it. Like in my work is a lot of heart pressure, 7 in the scale to 10, and you really breathe in the breath and the heart pressure. You're allowed to really release the fascia and the chest level, because it's where my pattern was held. And I'm gonna make another 2 or 3 videos about the specific movements to release the fascia, to allow to regain elasticity, viscosity, and to be fluid, to do like a dance. I'm a Latin guy, so it's very easy for me to go to the dance. But at the end of the day, it's just everybody can do. You don't need to be a dancer or anything. You can just allow yourself to feel, and you feel the lightness, the softness, and the elasticity returns to your heart, and you can just do a lot of heart openers, and that is very important. You know you are in release because you know. Step number 6 is the action step. Once you accomplish all these 5 previous steps, it just the result of just have done the inner work. You just feel at peace, and that's what I've done. I decide to stay. I'm gonna be documenting more my journey. That's the decision. The root method. I'm writing the book. It's called the root method, and I'm gonna choose a few people. One of you maybe be the lucky one. The monastery guy, the 18-year-old, was my second testimonial of this method really works. And I'll be happy. DM me the word root, and I'll be happy to see if we are a match. So this is Ronald Perez. This is the root method, and I'll be very happy. As I said, I'm just documenting my journey. I'm just telling you there is a solution, anything. And if you happen to be in many seminars, I was like that. For me, I've done also all of these, ayahuasca, all of these. I'm from Ecuador, so I am very familiar. I'm done. If you think that's a dependency, you can do it. Absolutely. Everything, but you don't need to. You don't have to. That is a great news. So Ronald Perez, and after all of these years, and as I said, if you are a man or woman, you have done everything, or you're really curious about it, you realize it's not going to take that long. Once you find the root of your problems, you apply the method, you really find a solution. After that, you're going to do it yourself. It takes repetition. It takes repetition. That's what is still here too, because it's going to take a few more days for me to solidify, to confirm the change. So I become totally more grateful. That's another thing they couldn't even feel. Well, what was gratitude? I was just trying to force myself into gratitude. That reminds me of Joe Dispenza. I've been studying this guy for over 10 years. That's the topic for another conversation. And I'm telling you sincerely, I love Joe, but he is just falling short. His method is incomplete. And now I have a more complete method. With all due respect, telling you, this is it. Just follow me, and we will see you on the inside.